if you're going to stand on your own 2 feet, you remember he said about the council, the past president did what they did the same thing. You do the same thing, you're going to get the same old results.
Thank you. Go ahead.
He knew he was wrong. And for we spend more money in juvenile courts and juvenile prison. That wouldn't have hurt them to do that insurance for those kids, but they rather spend that money on all this other stuff.
Yeah, you talking about you're talking about him voting against allowing that dance group to continue to have their rehearsals and practices in the Bolton Avenue community. I thought a community center was for the community. That's what I don't understand.
No, but he's on that team, and I want to say this here.
Thank you for
enjoying his ride.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Let's go to the phone, folks. And again, for you people who are warped, this is not a contest between me and him, and I had you like we're in some sort of boxing match. The question I asked the questions that you gave me, and I'm asking the question again, did he answer them? And if he did answer them, fine, if you thought so. And did he answer them, like he said, maybe to the best of his ability, but the questions were direct, and from a journalist perspective, I think there's one or two maybe that he may have answered. But as for the rest of them, I'm still trying to get through those answers. Let's go to the phone. Hi, good morning, caller. Your name, where you calling from?
Yes, this is Dorothy Thomas, and I'm calling to say that you keep doing your job, Tony, and y'all give Roosevelt a chance to do his job, and everything will be all right.
All right. Thank you for your call. Next caller, 1-877-464-2500. I think he did. I am trying to do my job. I think so. And my job is for you, even though I wasn't elected. I'm the one. But let's go to the phone. 1-877-464-2500. I want y'all to call up. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Tony.
Yes.
I think those people that's calling in talking about he's got you has a problem. I'm not from Alexandria, but just listening to the interview.
Yes, ma'am.
He never answered what you asked.
That's my point.
He talked around. He said it's his right as a president. But even as a president, when you elect or you put people out of office, you have a reason why you do it. That's a simple solution. I put you out of office because. Now, those 3 people that he took out of office, they were all black, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The other 2, I think you mentioned, were they Caucasian?
Well, yeah. Well, Harry Silver, Chuck Fowler all got to keep their leadership positions, as well as Everett Hobbs.
Okay, that sounds kind of strange.
Well, I think many people feel that way, just as you do. Where are you from, by the way, ma'am?
I'm calling from Natchitoches.
Okay, and of course you had an opportunity to listen to the interview to be totally objective because you have no stake in this. But
well, yeah, I heard the interview yesterday, and
okay.
I thought, well, he never answered the question.
Well, I tell you what, a lot of people felt that way, and I want to thank you for your call, ma'am. Okay,
you're welcome.
1-877-464-2500. I'm loving this. I'm having a good time. Let's go to the phone. 1-877-464-2500. Good morning, caller. Your name, where you calling from?
This is John. I'm calling from Anvil.
Go ahead, John. Go ahead, John. You're on the air. John, turn your radio down. Okay. Well, we must have lost John. 1-877-464-2500 or 318-484-2500. Let's go to the phone. Hi, good morning, caller. Your name, where you calling from?
Morning, John. It's Minister Mike Howard.
Go ahead, Mike Howard.
I want to say for the record that I think it's unfair to all our city councilmen. You know, I've been involved going on a year or more with community involvement. And wherever we go in the city, you have people saying negative things, if it be against Myron, Ed, you know, Jonathan that's getting in. So I think it's unfair that the city councilmen, all of them, are not getting a fair chance to do what we actually voted them in the office to do.
Yes, sir.
I respect all of them. I talk with them. I respect every city councilman that's on that sits there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an injustice when we, you know, when this private battle begins to go on, and then that means that the city, that we are not getting what our requirement.
Yes.
If this private fight keeps going on now, what we should do is that we need to come to the table and bring solutions to the table. We need to help these men instead of we trying to find fault. And it's just not. Wherever I go, somebody has to say something about each one of the council members, and it's not good because there's something that's not being met. Now, the question is,
go ahead, Mike.
We as citizens, that means ministers, teachers, whoever in this city. Why can't we sit down, go to the community meetings and try to help bring a solution, and instead of trying to point, fingers at each one of the council members when things don't go right for us.
Mm-hmm. Let me say, Mike. Let me try to get some other calls in. I hear what you're saying. Basically what you're saying is, if you want change, get involved by going to the council meetings and cast a vote. If you don't want them in office, get them out of office. Use your diplomatic prowess. But I need to try to get some other calls in, and I agree with a lot of what you're saying. But when you have an administration and a current council, for the most part, that has been in power for 3 years, and we still have not turned over one shovel of dirt with Spark, which is supposed to be some accelerated program for improvements throughout the city. When you have streets in I would say South Alexandria that have no sidewalks, that are crumbling, that are deteriorating, areas that are flooding, and then you go across MacArthur to the other side and you see a totally different picture. When you have elderly people like the grandmother of Jonathan Goins, who has never been able to shop in the district in which she lived, to go to a pharmacy, to go to a grocery store, to buy a hamburger from I would say a McDonald's or a Burger King on her side of town. That is a problem. It's a huge problem.
Let's pull us together.
Now, I tell you what.
Let's pull us together, Tony, because let me tell you this.
Mike, I got to get some more. Mike, I got to get some other calls in, man. I really do. I really need to go to a break because I need to change an element in the show, and then we're going to come back and allow people to call up this morning. 1-877. Thank you for your call, Mike. We appreciate you, brother. 1-877-464-2500. I got to go to the break. Q say you got to go. 48 minutes, Anthony. We're going to come out. We're going to allow you.